So the other day I put up a video talking about Tonka restoration, and what I did was I put the wrong date on there for the one I put on there. I went to find out that it is not as old as it looked because of several details of the loader itself. So I knew that the antique store had one, so I went and bought that dirt cheap. I couldn't believe how cheap I got it. And but let me show you. So do you notice any difference in these two? This is one I bought at an antique store. This is one I put on the video the other day. Can you tell a difference? I can. This particular one is from around 1979 and 82, because back then, and maybe you can faintly see right in here a little resemblance of a T. And what happened on here is what they had on here was Tonka. The red letters of the word Tonka. And also, it's just a normal hub, of course, Tonka XMB 975 wheels on there. The paint got wore off. And another thing, it's got this like little hub thing on here. Of course, the bucket's ripped off. And this one was in a lot better shape than this one right here, because as you can see, there's really bad pitting right here, and the metal right there is just really thin and broken out. So I couldn't really do anything with that. But the good thing is, this bucket area is what I'm going to use on this one. I'm taking that one off. That one kind of belongs on this, and this one belongs on that. But anyway, this is this is probably anywhere from 40. Let's see here, not 40, but 38 to 42 years old. This loader right here. This one, as you can see, I put a 96 on here. This one is from anywhere from 91 to 96. Now, in 1997, they started using a different type of thing as far as Tonka. They had like some little handlebar type of thing, not a handlebar, but some kind of T-section thing in the middle there. But you can tell by the hubs. The hubs are recessed on this one, whereas on these they're not. Also, the hole in the frame here, it's on this one, but it's not on that one. So after 1979, they stopped going with the slits in the engine compartment with just a piece right here, and that's all they had. So you couldn't see inside to the engine compartment after 1979. So that's another one. So what we're dealing from loaders from 1979 on down to 1996, which is what, 17 years, something like that. So, because like I said, 97 is a total complete. It's a different. It might have the same body style frame, but there's got like a T-section shifter in the middle where in the place of this right here, in place of that. So anyway, that's the little giveaways right there. But you got to really look for them. You just can't do it. They didn't really jump out at me until I was kind of really looking pretty hard. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking the rods out of these wheels, and putting them into these, keeping these tires, keeping these hubs as they are. And I'm also going to take the bucket and the boom for the bucket, a hoist or whatever it is for the bucket, transplant it over here on this one. But as you can see, this one is so bad, it just pitted and rusted. I mean, this is pitted too, but not as bad as this one. The metal's not ate up from rust. But anyway, I'm gonna take that off, that boom hoist or whatever for the bucket, and that off, transplant it on that one, and just use this one right here for parts. Probably for the tire is too bad. If I use anything, I'm just going to use the tire. So what I'm basically doing is going for the older model instead of the younger model, you know. But anyway, this is so bad anyway, so rusted up, it doesn't really even matter, you know. But the bucket and the boom for the bucket, the hoist for the bucket is pretty good shape. This one isn't, so it's pretty neat. I have two of them sitting here comparing. And of course you got the yellowed plastic thing right here. But so this one is, to be as old as it is in way better shape than this one. I guess it depends on where it's left out, who had it and where it was left in. You know, not who had it, but whether it's, what kind of condition is in to played with, or who did what to it, and so forth and so on. And you know, whether it's left out in the weather or what have you. This one rusted up quite a bit on paint wise, but this one right here, it had more I don't know, something ate the rust up a little bit more, you know. I don't know, maybe got, I don't know how or what happened to it, but this whole cab section right here is just gone. And of course, you know, the frame is kind of bent up a little bit more. There's a little bit more work you got to put into it. But here's some other things I wrote down to show the age. So number one, that is this one right here. We got that the no see-through engine compartments, which was they stopped that in 1979. This went to these engine compartments. Then you got the hole in the bottom of the frame, which was on a lot of them. Let's see, I think that was, I can't remember what year that was from. And of course the let's see here, like I said, they had a red Tonka sticker, which would have been here, so that's a dead giveaway. Of course you don't see the word Tonka on it, you see my little 72 to 79 to 82 cap rod. Let's see here, the cap rod for 1989 in the center of the bucket, so that's it right there. That's that cap rod, just like you have here. It's the same thing there. Before that though, there used to be both of them on each side. They had one here. Oh, I'm sorry, where's my finger? One here and one here. Then they just went with the rivet here and the cap rod there. That's the same thing you got in your wheels. And another interesting feature is you got a nut here. I even might have to replace that nut too. The nut is welded, rusted onto the rod, and yeah, that's kind of bad. But this one, as you can see, is capped. So there's a little bit of a difference there. That one's capped. This one's rusted. But the thing of it is, this one's in better shape. The whole front cab part is in better shape than this one, even though it doesn't look that way. And the rods in these wheels here are in better shape than these are, because this tire is bent. I mean, this wheel is bent, so the rod's bent. So just kind of rob Peter to pay Paul here. It's gonna be my Peter Paul loader. So I mean, and this also too, this part right here is walled out real bad. This the holes widen out way too bad, as to where this is not so bad. It's just still round, but that one right there is kind of oblong. They're all shaky. This one is a lot worse. So I kind of expect that. But anyway, it'll be fun. Kind of take them both apart. Kind of salvage parts off of this younger model and put them onto this. Whereas the bucket didn't change. As far as the rivets did change. So what I'm trying to do is going to see if I can find some cap things like this to kind of keep it original on this one. Not unless I just sand this down real good and keep that original one and put it on this one. So right there, we'll see. But it's an interesting little piece, and it'll be a lot of sanding to it. Oh yeah, of course you got like a little tailpipe there and everything. So that's good. It looks like it's kind of flimsy. I have to buy a new window and a new tailpipe here, whatever you call that pipe. But that's what's different about them. That one has recessed hubs. This one doesn't. Has a hole right there. Has a cap rod right here. This one doesn't. It's a rivet. Yeah. So, but they're all after 1979. Both of them are after 1979. Pretty neat.